ang tawag doon, hindi, I really...
Hey guys, welcome back to Adele Vlogs, and I am Aditya, and my special guest is going to be around here. Oy, wag mo dyan. Dito. So, in today's video, as the title suggests, my girlfriend will be talking about what Filipino people think of Indians. Wag mo arte ha. For the diversity of content, we are just going to introduce so many Filipinos. And tada! My Filipino here, wag mo arte. She is the Filipino and she will talk about Indian. And you don't know any Indian, di ba?
Ikaw lang.
I am not Indian.
Okay.
I'm not Asian ka. Just
Uy,
kidding.
babashit ka na.
Just imagine one time, don't think about me, diba? Like imagine your life before 2 years back,
Okay.
when we don't know any
Real
Indian.
talk ba?
Real talk. And how you feel, how you felt after you met an Indian guy. So I have some questions prepared for her. I also have a little bit of questions to make, as I said, to maintain the diversity. So let's see how it goes. And in 3, 2, 1, go. So the first question is,
This was the 1, 2, 3 thing. Difference of this one.
this is like,
English
start.
ba? English?
English.
Ah.
Alright, so the first question to my special guest, who is definitely Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie, how are you?
I'm good.
That's the first thing that I said, Miss Ellie, how are you? I'm good. Nothing. Okay, one more
Say mo,
time.
how are you?
One more time. So my special guest is Miss Ellie, known by Miss Ellie. Her name is Maria Elena Vlogs Ignacio. Actually, if I will add one or two more words, it will become 1 hectare.
Gusto mo na.
So Miss Ellie, how are you? I'm so happy to have you on my channel. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for having me here.
Oh wow, you speak English ah.
Ako kasi tayo namamahiya. Nakakainis.
So you can also speak English. Oh my god, I can see you blushing. Alright.
Pinapahiya mo ako
Serious
eh.
na. So, what do you think? What was your first time when you come to know about any Indian guy or was introduced to India? Like, what was the first moment? Was it history class or what was that? Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I already heard about India. You know, Pocahontas.
Pocahontas. Can you
Yes, the
elaborate?
girl with the, Indian paana.
What's that? I don't know.
Basta yun, I already heard that. And also, we also have the, Indian time. Like, diba, we have Filipino time, 1 hour late. And then when you say, na-Indian ka na naman, it means didn't arrive.
I see.
So that's what I heard about India. And then, except for that, I just imagine it as like desert. Parang ganun. Desert. This is my own opinion. Okay? Before...
Wag mo arte. First of all, wag mo arte. This is her opinion and this is pretending to be a Filipino girl. So wag mo arte.
This is my experience, not yours.
Okay na lang.
Hindi, Pilo.
Okay lang. So, the first answer, if I have to summarize that answer.
Hindi ba
so,
ka tapos?
Oh, hindi ka tapos?
Oo, 2 years
Sige,
back eh.
sige, continue na lang.
Hindi,
Alright.
that was around elementary, ganon, and then high school. And then when I reached college, I already knew about this Facebook thing.
I see.
Yun, and then I had a very big description of Indian guy who always say, Hi, I love you, I want to marry you, ganon.
Alright, wait lang, I'm saying.
I'm not bashing but this is what we experience.
She is not bashing. So, my question was to like,
Ay, mali ba yung answer ko?
You went so deep, and that's good to have. We will come back to your last one. Like, I love you, marry you. I am very interested in that part. So she was introduced to India country. India is not a thing. Don't bash me. So India, because of Indian time, which is very famous. To be honest, I hate that too. And so yeah, my second question is, what was the first time when you were introduced to an Indian guy?
To an Indian guy ha?
Uh-huh.
Online.
And how was that experience? Can you a little bit elaborate? Just a bit.
I was so young that time, di. Mga first year, ganun, starting to know about, you know, yung mga video call, ganun. That was the first time introduced the video call, parang ganun. Tapos, me and my friend started, yung online dating site. Kasi nga, syempre, we are young, we are curious what's happening, ganun. Tapos, I met this Indian guy. I remember he said me, he's an IT student, ganun. And we are, video calling. As in friend, like normal friends, ganun. Walang send nudes, walang ganun. As in friend, talking about what's life in India.
So, normally you send nudes to...
Hindi.
So,
Hindi, kasi I have to say that. Kasi people might misunderstood me.
Okay.
Oh, she's so young, she's sending nudes, ganun. Tapos ayun nga, I met him and then he, ghosting, disappeared suddenly.
Okay. So,
But we are both young that time. He's also a student.
so good guy.
I don't remember the face. Basta I know that one.
So that was her first experience. So I think that was nice experience. Like he didn't say hi, hello, marry me.
Hindi.
So
Good
that-
English.
so-
Kasi he was studying that.
Alright, so that was the first experience of her. I think.
Very young.
So
Person.
what do you think about the Indian smell? Like a lot of people has different mindset. A lot of people say Bombay mabaho, Bombay hindi nalaligo, something like that. So what do you think about that? Like what do you feel before? So now you know me, but how about 2 years or 3 years before?
I forgot about the Bombay, actually.
Okay.
Kasi usually Bombay, I will just saw Bombays when we are going to my mom's side. In their houses there. And then, the Bombay is knocking the door. And then, I just remember my auntie will say me, if the Bombay come, tell I'm not here.
Alright, so before...
Ayun, and then, ito na yung smell. So, in terms of smell naman, they're not really mabaho. Ay, they are mabaho. Hindi mabaho. Yung perfume kasi nila, sobrang strong. Sobrang strong ng perfume nila. So, kasi Filipino, once lang yung normal smell, not so strong. Kasi when you put so much perfume, and then when you sweat, it makes it, and it doesn't smell good. Diba, I teach you that. Diba? And then when I met Adi, little bit strong perfume. But not really mabaho. Mabango yung perfume mo nun eh. Tsaka in Hong Kong kasi we don't feel sweat. Tapos may siguro hindi nagmimix yung sweat niya sa perfume niya. Pero mas strong yung smell ng pabango niya. Pero doesn't mix with sweat. Kaya ayun. But if that time, if he were, masasaktan ka.
I can feel you sweating by the...
But
No, I am the host, diba? I cannot feel bad or good. So,
yes.
Yeah.
And we cannot change everyone naman. They like it.
Alright, so...
Nakikiamoy na lang tayo. Nakikiamoy, nagre-reklamo. Nakikiamoy, like, you're just, di ba? Like, it's your favor na nga to smell them, parang gano'n. Tama ba English ko? Parang mali.
So do you think the smelling part is like really true?
It's true, but doesn't mean everyone is like that.
Point to be noted. Alright, so we need to work, guys, we need to work on our body hygiene for
But
sure.
we cannot force them naman, di ba?
No, you should not force anyone.
But you should know to yourself naman.
So one point noted, we should focus on our body hygiene, and that is a real good point. I mean, that's my opinion here. So let's move on. And my third question is, what do you think about the Indian culture? So now, imagine, you are with an Indian guy, but just imagine that you are not an Indian guy, but you have been introduced every single thing. Like, I already have introduced to most of the cultural thing in life. So from praying deities like the gods, going to temples, following some certain rules. Just imagine that I'm not in your life. So what do you think about that culture?
For me kasi, I really, how to say, ang tawag doon hindi? I really,
Okay. Professional.
parang
here.
parang
Oh my God, cannot be professional. Oh my God.
parang I really want to congratulate Indian for preserving such
culture thing.
Kasi they are really rich in culture. As of this time, 2020, where everyone is using Facebook, diba? Usually, so many country na already almost forgot their culture things, especially here in Philippines. We are already, almost westernized country. Almost. But some of our part, like the tribal part, or even the province part is becoming westernized also eh. So, that's the thing that, I think India should be proud of their culture kasi very unique. And, it's really hard to follow culture and tradition. Yeah, maybe that's why Filipino already forgot it. Kasi it's really hard to maintain it. Especially everything is innovating. Everything is improving. So many gadgets and we are walking into future eh. Like, soon or later we will have flying machine na, di ba, for everyone. So, I think it's good that India, they have very good digital, compared to Philippines, they are very good in digital, but they still maintain the culture. Hey, so proud. Kasi they are not like really hugging the change or innovation. They are using the digital thing to improve their lives, but not really to change their lives.
Alright, so let me summarize that point. So I don't have to summarize her point, to be honest. It's pretty clear and everyone can understand. But yeah, I think as a Filipino perspective, I appreciate that like people think of it, and I think I'm not going to put my point here, but yeah, the culture is very important to everyone, and that's what it is. So at the end of the day, if someone asks me who am I, I'm an Indian guy. Alright, so moving to the next question. So my next question to you is, do you find Indian men hot, sexy, and handsome?
Ang garap naman yung tanong mo. Ano ba? Actually, my own perspective.
Yeah, don't think as me. Like you can talk about any.
Before I met you,
Uh-huh.
actually, since we have some stereotypes about Indians, like the I love you thing, the baho thing, the Bombay thing, the onion thing, ganun. So I really don't expect to have an Indian guy in my life. Because of this, let's be real. Because of this, who would want to be like, diba? To be in in the situation where everyone will judge you, diba? And it's really hard to be starting when people start when people knows that you started dating Indians, they already considered you as this one, no choice, cheap, or everything ganun. So I really don't imagine myself falling in love with an Indian guy. But when I get to encounter to meet Adi, specifically Adi, because he's the one I met it. So when I get to know Adi, like as in I was abroad and there's no one to judge me, so I got to experience to know him more without any anything back on my mind that pulling my head ganun. So when I met him, his attitude, himself, not because he's Indian, not because of his not because of the nationality. I fell in love with his attitude, with his look, appearance, and his everything about him. But there's no thing about I fell in love with him because he's an Indian guy. I never look at the nationality. I just fell for it. I just go with the flow.
A lot of guys will be so feeling so bad. Alright, so moving forward, I think my questions are almost over. But
sabi mo sa online thing.
Online thing, yes. So one more, as we talk about, so as Elena was elaborating it too much in the beginning about Indian guys. Let me come back to the point of like some guys saying, very excited at the beginning and start the conversation with, hey, sexy, I love you, send me a nude pics, blah, blah, blah. What do you think about that?
I don't find it sexy. I don't find it respectful. I don't find it professional. I don't find it, basta, doesn't, actually, I don't think Filipino will start this type of conversation, or I just haven't met this type of Filipino who will start this conversation. Kasi, let's say, Filipino girls are really into foreigners, but doesn't mean you can just, impromptu, you will say, I love you, I will marry you, can you send nude pic? Not like that. So, guys, please stop it. If you really want to be with a Filipina, learn English so that you can communicate well, you can express yourself, and you can be with together, di ba? You will be able to understand her culture, her thing, not just by asking nude picture. Doesn't mean you ask nude picture, it's done.
Alright, so
It's a continuous process, di ba? So at the end of at the end, you should, if you really don't like the girl and you will just ask for the nude picture, don't ever message them, because you are just ruining you are just making a stereotype for Indian guys, especially here in Philippines, that Indian guys message Filipina for nude picture. You are just ruining your name. So stop it. Stop it. Doesn't look good.
Alright.
Doesn't make us impress.
alright.
Hindi, wait lang. I'm angry kasi. Especially kasi, you are getting angry to Filipina having these stereotypes and you keep doing this thing. Diba? You ask yourself, if you want to be respected by Filipina, don't do such thing.
Alright, so that was an impressive answer by my host, Miss
Galit na
Ellie.
galit. Kaya may ka na ako tayo. Kanina mo pa ako iniinso.
Wait lang, friends. And that's all in this video, and we will see you in another video.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe!
3 times already.
Already ba?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Stay safe and take care.